is ringing. Please. Someone's phone is ringing. Yeah, it's yours. Oh, yeah. Eh?
Hello again, good afternoon, and welcome to Soul, Body, Mind. It's another wonderful edition. And do not forget I have a radio host. And we have another wonderful topic for us today. I believe you're all listening. Welcome again, welcome again. We're going to be discussing malnutrition in children. Today we're having different set of medical experts today. And my second is that we're winning the guys. I think we all just at more of women. So before we do the difference, all right, I'll introduce them. Then we'll go on a short break. Then we'll comment with what we have. From my right-hand side, I do have Dr. Mrs. Eziamaka Enemo. She's a pediatrician, University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital in Chukwuoza. Doc, you're welcome. Thank you very much. And I do have a senior physiotherapist, University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital in Chukwuoza. She's none other than Mrs. Chiamaka. Ma'am, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And I said you will have to wait. He's the only man in our midst. He's none other but Mr. Aloysius Madukornabu. He's the assistant lecturer, human nutrition and dietetics, and registered dietitian nutritionist. So you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be going on a short break. When we come back, malnutrition in children. Sorry, sir. But who was doing the back?
How creative can your mind get? As you already know, the soul, the body, and the mind is a key to each element to survive. The Soul Body Mind is a program which dissects all of these questions of man. It is motivating, inspiring, and enriching. The Soul Body Mind can also be streamed online via our YouTube channel, Rosie Creative Mind TV, or our Facebook page at Rose Valley University. For adult placements and sponsorships, call 0706 5566298 or send us an email to rosebaleneopia@gmail.com. I am your presenter and dietitian, Rose Valley Opia, also known as Rose. Soul, Body, Mind, edifying you.
All right, welcome back to Soul Body Mind. And then, like I told us earlier, we had already introduced our guest. Our topic today is malnutrition in children. I'll be going over to our pediatrician. Ma'am, you know, a lot of things have been said about malnutrition. Some people will say, oh, warrior. Some will say it's a disorder. Now I'm confused. I would like to know from you now, what is malnutrition?
Thank you very much. Actually, disease or disorder. A disease is actually when there's an abnormality in the way the body functions as a result of maybe an external injury, which mostly is an infection, or an internal injury to the body. While a disruption is, a disorder is more of a disruption in the structure of an organ or cell in the body, which may lead to abnormalities in the way the body functions. So, based on this, I wouldn't really say malnutrition is a disease or a disorder. However, malnutrition, especially in its extreme form, may lead to disease. That is when it starts affecting the functioning of the body. That's what I have to say.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, in this malnutrition, do they have types and forms, shapes and sizes? Do they?
Okay, first of all, let's talk about what malnutrition is. Okay. So, malnutrition was coined from Latin and English words, mal and nutrition. Mal simply means bad or abnormal, while nutrition is the supply of nutrients. So, malnutrition is simply an abnormal supply of nutrients to the body. In other words, when you have an imbalance between demand and supply, that is what the body actually needs and what the body actually receives then you may have malnutrition. So if the body receives more than is expected or less than it's needed for optimal functioning and growth, then that is malnutrition. We have various types of malnutrition. First of all, it can be divided, it can be classified into the overnutrition or obesity, and then the undernutrition. The undernutrition is further classified into the macronutrient deficiency. That is when we talk about the macromolecules, large molecule foods like carbohydrate, proteins, and fats. When they are absent or deficient in the diet, then that is macronutrient deficiency. We also have the micronutrient deficiency. These are the ones that arise from when there's a deficiency in elemental nutrients like vitamins and minerals. And we actually call that hidden hunger, because in that case, the child might be growing well, weight-wise and all that, but you can't actually identify it until you look closely or critically at that child. Coming to the overnutrition now, it's really becoming a problem in our environment. In the past, we used to look only at the undernutrition, when the child does not receive enough. But nowadays, we are now, beginning to talk about the double burden of malnutrition. In other words, the macronutrient, the supply is beginning to be excess. Obesity, overnutrition, overweight nutrition is becoming a problem in our environment, especially in the urban elite group and the higher socioeconomic class, and also the middle socioeconomic class. So these are the types of malnutrition that we also have. The acute or chronic can also be divided into acute or chronic. Acute is when the child does not receive enough nutrients, like I explained earlier, over a short period. It develops typically less than 6 months, and it affects basically the weight of the child. So you see the child's weight not optimal enough. While chronic malnutrition is that occurs over a long period of time. The child doesn't receive enough nutrients for typically over 6 months. And then that results in not just weight loss, but also poor growth, which I find the child's weight height is not adequate for the age, which we call stunting. So those are the forms of malnutrition. We could also classify malnutrition as mild, moderate, and severe. But these are usually done in the hospital by a health professional where we measure some parameters and then we weigh them against the standard parameters.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. You've pointed out something that I believe Sir Aloy should say, hi, you should know about especially when it came to do with the nutritional aspect. Thank you so much for citing that. Now we're going over to you, Sir Aloy. She just woke you up and said, Sir Aloy, what do you say about this as a dietitian? Now, where do we come in when it comes to do with malnutrition?
Well, from the beginning, the dietitian, the nutritionist is involved. For you to treat any form of malnutrition, since it's called malnutrition and you have a nutritionist, is one of the most important person in the team that must be involved in managing malnutrition. But the focus of the dietitian is to prevent it. When we look at our society, we find out that a lot of people are very busy. And one of the things that causes malnutrition among children is lack of care. Busy mothers leave the care to house helps, and most times these children are not well taken care of. The environment can actually perpetuate infections on the children, which is one of the causes of malnutrition too. And when you look at these children, some of them that she had mentioned, the issue of stunting, when a child is lower in height than his age, when a child has such problem, it could result to many other consequences like mental retardation, result to the pelvis of the child, if it's a female child, to be narrow, and that can cause childbirth problem later in life. And if the child is overweight, for instance, most children, this is mostly found among rich people, that even from the time the child is given birth to, they start buying baby foods, which breast milk is the first thing for the child, for the first 6 months of life. You breastfeed the child exclusively without water, then continue breastfeeding until the child is 2 years. This is the best food that the child can eat, the breast milk. But you find out that most people buy baby food and feed them with several things. At the end of the day, the child, in the course of showing off, the child is bigger, and then they continue in that trend, buy ice cream, buy shawarma, buy different things for the child. But children are supposed to eat healthy meals that we eat in the home. Fruits, vegetables should form part of their meals every day. Eating egg, at least one egg in a day, form part of the meal of the child every day. But you find out that in most homes, the focus is, are you full? They don't check the vegetable, they don't check fruits for the child that's eating today. What is the quality of the diet? It is very, very important to consider, because some parents expect their children to do magic at school, and when they go to school, they come back at the end of the term, they bring a very poor result, and they will be complaining and saying the child is not paying attention. But the nutrition of the child needs to look into it, because if the child is not well fed, you wouldn't expect the child to do magic. And malnutrition actually starts from conception. In fact, today, preconception nutrition is being looked into. Before the mother even gets pregnant, there's folate deficiency. There's folate deficiency, neural-tube defect, and other consequences can come in. And if the mother is deficient, it perpetuates to the child. So from the womb, nutrition of the child is looked into before the child is born. And then after the first 2 years of life, there are some abnormalities that can set in that you cannot reverse. We call it irreversible damage. And when it has happened, you can't change it in the child. So that's why it's very, very important. Once a woman is pregnant, take care of the woman, take care of the child when the child is born, and continue care until the child can actually take care of himself. The hygiene. Most people don't wash their hand, wash the baby's hand when they are feeding the baby.
Sure.
Because, you know, the idea thing is that you wash your hand, you wash the baby's hand before you start feeding. Because once you are feeding the baby will be putting the hand inside the mouth. And look at how many places the baby has crawled before eating the meal. And now, during that time, it's also introducing toxins into the body, which is not healthy for the child.
Okay, sir. And just like you mentioned, some dietary measures. Are there some food fats and fallacies connected to?
Of course, when we come to our society, mainly in Igbo land here, you see a lot of people that they will tell you that if you give a child egg, that the child will start stealing left hand. And that is a common thing that some people, although some people have believed in it before, but they don't practice it now. But egg is one of the cheap source of protein for the child. Most children cannot chew meat or fried fish, but egg is soft, and every child can eat egg. You can miss egg even in the park you are giving to the child. So egg is having high quality protein. But it's a fact that if you give a child egg, some of them say that if you give a child snail, the child, or even the mother that is pregnant, if the mother is eating snail, that the child will salivate later in life. But it's not true.
Or become poor.
And we have some of this. Why is it a problem? Some of the local foods that even bushmeat that they avoid in the village for the pregnant woman and for the child are the things that are available and affordable. The ones that are not affordable, that they say that children should eat, the poor people cannot afford these foods. And in the process of that, the one that is permitted is not affordable. The one that is affordable is forbidden. Then there is what? Malnutrition.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir. I'll be going over to our physiotherapy now. Someone will be very surprised. What has a physiotherapist got to do with malnutrition? You're going to be hearing the secret now. So, ma'am, to you now, what is the role of a physiotherapist when it comes to do with malnutrition?
Okay, the role of physical therapy in malnutrition, just like we said, the former speaker was talking about, it starts from the birth of a child. So you see some women, when they put to bed, the patient will present with low birth weight. That low birth weight will affect the child a lot. It will cause cerebral palsy, because the brain is not fully developed. So it's like the brain content is very small. So in that cerebral palsy is irreversible brain damage to immature brain. So it affects the motor function of the patient. Sometimes cognitive impairment will come down with it. So you now have to work up the patient. If it's like cognitive impairment, you involve both occupational therapists. They will come and play, knowing what the child can do at a particular time. You find out that group therapy is really important for that child. You know, some child, when they come down with CP, to involve them in society is a problem. Their parents will just have them at home. Some will not even want to access the medical care. They will just feel like the child is just don't want to expose the child to the society. You understand? But here in physiotherapy, you call the child, you assess the child, depending on what the child can do, depending on the muscle function, the motor function, what the child can do at that particular time. As the person is going through the meeting the dietitian on nutrition and dietetics for nutrients, because you see them, some they come down with weakness. To do exercise will be a problem. They can't perform exercise to sit. You see their stomach, it will be floppy, their muscle strength will be very weak. We start training all those muscle strengths. That we'll be strengthening the exercise, giving them the appropriate exercise. And one thing you have to know is that the caregiver or the parents have a big role to play, because they have to be involved both in the nutrient aspect and also in exercise aspects. Because you find out that once you give the exercise, they are the ones that spend more time with the baby or the patient in a long time. So you give them exercise, just like drug therapy. They will have the ones to perform in the morning, in the evening. So they have a big role to play in management of patients with malnutrition. We build up the muscle, strengthening exercise. If the tone is weak, we build up the tone. If it's too much for people that are overweight or hypotonia, we normalize it. And also we engage them in group play. And as they are coming, because some of the parents, they feel that they are the only ones that have the problem, they will also meet people with different problems. They will try to interact. And normally at UNTH, we even started a group interaction section for patients and caregivers. So we do it quarterly. Every 3 months, we give the topic, and parents will come and interact. They will see that what we are doing there is not a strange thing, and we achieve prognosis, a lot of improvement in those patients.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That's a big, huge relief. As in having a time where the parents will come and narrate. You know, we want to have this therapy setting. We see that outside the wall, but we don't see it here. But we now believe that in Nigeria, such things are possible. We'll be opening the phone lines now. I'm almost opening the phone lines. Please, we beg you, like we always say, stay away from your radio set, your contributions, and your questions. Do not call brand names, like we always tell you, that you're listening to your medical expert talk. There's not a room for us to start calling. Please, which drug will I take? Please, it's not a platform for that. We'll be opening our phone lines now, 080-988-88925. 080-988-88925, or you can call us on 090-200-20925. 090-200-20925. Please call us, step away from your radio set. Hello. Hello. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right. May we know who we're speaking with? Your name? Hello. Okay. That one's off. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon. No, this is not for us, I beg. Hello. Hello. Can you step away from the radio set, please? Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Hello. All right. Welcome, sir. What's the name, please? Hello. Sir, your name and where you're calling us from. All right. Your questions, please. Hello, sir. Okay. Sorry for. Hello. It's not for us. Please step away from your radio set, please. absence of calls, we'll just call out the numbers again: 090-200-20925. Hello. Good afternoon. Can you step away from your radio set, please? We'll be going on a short break. When we come back, medical experts will take one or two calls, then they summarize what they have for us for today. Remember, it's malnutrition in children, and they've told us what malnutrition is. They've told us different approaches to it, the dietary approach, the physiotherapists, and their own what they do, their roles, and everything that their roles to play. Please, we are begging us again, when we turn off the phone lines after this break, your contributions. We'll be right back after the show.
Have you ever wondered why reading is so important to humans? What do people think they're so good?
I know. After this one, it's going to go for this time.
Or develop
The time is short.
How trivial is this?
Malnutrition.
As you already know,
Yes, we'll
the
talk
soul,
about it.
the body, and the mind is a chain.
Oh, yeah,
with
that was
each
the go
element
back
to
on.
survive. The soul, body, mind is a program
Remember
that
the
dissects
video
all
you-
of these questions of man. It is motivating, inspiring, and enriching. The Soul Body Mind can also be streamed online via our YouTube channel, Rosie Creative Mind TV, or our Facebook page at Rose Body Boozy. For advertisements and sponsorships, call 0706 555 or send us an email to rose, BALENEOBIA @gmail.com. I am your presenter and dietitian, Rosalie Obia, also known as Missy Rosa. Soul, Body, Mind, edifying you.
Let me allow the calls. Maybe the calls will- Welcome to Soul, Body, Mind. And then, like we said, we're taking our call 080-9888-925. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Okay, we are having network challenge. 090-200-2. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. All right, speak up, please. Your name and where you're calling us from. All right. Because of time, you can contact us for your questions and inquiries on 070-655-66298. Remember that Somebody Mind is open for adverts and placement. Hello, good afternoon. And we're not taking any more calls again so that our medical experts can give us their last words before we part. We're coming to you, doctor, now. Based on what we've spoken about malnutrition in children, what can you give out to the people listening?
Well, I would say we should know malnutrition is with us. We have the obesity, overweight, we have the undernutrition, and it will be important for mothers to identify their children with malnutrition, especially when they notice they are not growing well. We raise an alarm, we bring them to the hospital for further treatment and the assessment by the pediatrician and nutritionist as well. And also, the mothers should learn also how to give adequate and balanced diet to these kids to avoid such problems. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. To you, sir, as the dietitian now, what do you have for them?
Yeah, it's a key
Yeah.
in child care, in child preventing malnutrition. It's always good for us to know that prevention is better and cheaper than cure. So it's always good to give the child at least 2 fruits in a day, vegetables in their meals. If you introduce it while they are small, they will not select it when they grow old.
Sure.
So whatever you train the child now with is what the child will eat later in life. Don't say your child only eats one particular type of food. Variety is the spice of life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And to you, ma'am, now, as a physiotherapist, what do you have for the listeners?
I think what I have for the listeners is that at least be able to identify your child's developmental milestone You might say that maybe you've not had a child before. At least you've seen a child grow. You are supposed to know what a child is supposed to be doing at a particular time. Once your child is not able to sit at a particular time or carry neck control or able to crawl at that particular age, 8 months, you should come to the hospital. Come to CHOP, come to the clinic. They will give you a referral to physiotherapy clinic. Be a good observer as a mother, because from the time you put to bed, you are called a nursing mother, meaning that you are supposed to know the nursing process, how to nurse a baby. So any slight change in your child's growth, report to the hospital.
Thank you so much to all of them that have participated. Thank you so much, Dr. Enemo Eziamaka, pediatrician, University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital in Tukwata. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mrs. Chiamaka Omuka, senior physiotherapist, University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital in Tukwata. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sir Aloysius Madubugus. Let me call it the way he likes it, Mr. Maduforo Aloysius Madubugus. He is the assistant lecturer, human nutrition and dietetics, University of Nigeria, and Nsukka, and a registered dietitian nutritionist. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, until we come your way again with another wonderful edition on Soul, Body, Mind, I remain your host, Obia Rosemary Nuzoma. Always remember we are open for adverts, placement, and sponsorship, and inquiries too, with any of the medical personnel you want to reach out to on 070-655-66298. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. Decided not to let us have
And so many people were just
crying and crying and crying.
Bags.